chestnut roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering this sample phrase.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Merry almost Christmas. For today's video, I have some festive Christmas glam for you using only products under $10. I've been wanting to make this video for a while for you guys, so I figured what better time than to do like a Christmas tutorial since it is the holiday season. So first I'm starting off by using my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. This is a really great alternative to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. As you can see, I was using a little bit of an old one and it wasn't working out the best, so I decided to pop open a new one. This can be found for $7.99 to $9.99 depending on where you get it from. I do want to mention that all of these products can be found for under $10 if you go to like a Target or a Walmart. If you go to more of a specialty store like Ulta or even like a drugstore like Walgreens, they might be a little bit more money, but you can find them for under $10 at Walmart for sure. And then I'm just carving them out with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, which is only $3.99 and it is absolutely amazing. Now I'm going to be priming my eyes using the Maybelline Master Prime Long Lasting Shadow Base. I have mine in the matte formula. I used to have really oily eyelids. I wouldn't say that's a huge issue for me now, so I definitely wish I had the normal one. I felt like this was a little bit drying on my lids, but it worked. It's a decent primer. Not the best I've ever tried, but if you're looking for something to hold your shadows on, this does make a decent base. And this ranges from, again, like the $6.99 to $8.99 mark, depending where you get it from. That's what I really don't love about drugstore prices. I feel like they fluctuate like everywhere, but like I said, if you just shop smart, use coupons and stuff like that, you can definitely get stuff for decent prices. So I'm just applying that to my eyes, but it doesn't have the most coverage. It's definitely more of a sheer sticky shadow base, so I'm just going in with that same Wet n Wild concealer, which is only $3.99 like I mentioned. I'm gonna be using that as like the coverage base for my shadows. Now I'm going to go in and set those eyeshadow bases just so the shadows blend really nicely on top and nothing creases. I'm going in with the, what is this? Sorry, this is the Wet n Wild Dulce de Leche contouring palette and just has two sides. So I'm going to be using this, like I said, to set my lids, and these are only $4.99 each and it comes in two different shades. And these powders are really awesome dupes for the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette if you guys are looking for a dupe for that as well when it comes to contouring highlighting. Now starting with the eyes, I'm going to be going in with Makeup Geek eyeshadows today. These are only $5 or $6 per individual pan. So I know it's not like the most affordable option ever because you might need 5 or 6 of them depending on what kind of look you're doing to do a complete eyeshadow look. But I definitely think it is more affordable when you compare it to buying a $50 palette and maybe only using a couple colors out of the palette. I definitely think it is more budget friendly and just more wise in general to get single shadows that you are actually going to use, colors that you truly like and stuff like that. And the quality of these Makeup Geek shadows are absolutely amazing, so I do think that they are an awesome affordable option. So the first one that I used in my crease with the fluffy brush as my transition was Creme Brulee. Definitely my favorite Makeup Geek shadow ever, one of them. And I'm just running that through my crease just to add a little bit of depth. And here I'm using the shade Tiki Hut, which is more, it's also a brown, but I would say it's definitely more of like that baby puke brown shade that people like to call it. And I'm just running this through my crease on a little bit more of a defined brush just to really deepen that area up right a little bit lower to where we applied Creme Brulee. And now getting a little bit more festive, I'm going to be going in with the shade Dirty Martini from Makeup Geek, and this is just a true green. I love it so much. I think it's such a Christmassy, foresty Christmas tree kind of green. So I'm going to be doing a halo eye today. So of course I'm going to be applying that on the outer corner of my eye as well as the inner corner, and then connecting the two sections of the green in the crease underneath those two browns that we originally applied. So again, outer corner, inner corner, and then connecting the two sections of the green in the middle and leaving the center of the lid as much as I can just blank because we're going to be doing a pop of color in there as well, and just going in and touching things up. And then I'm also going to be going back in with those two original browns that we used just to blend out those edges and add a little bit more warmth peeking out from on top of the green.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.
For the pop in the center of my lid, this is ColourPop I Heart This Super Shock Shadow. This is $5 on ColourPop's website, and seriously some of the best shadows I've ever used. I love this one all year round just because the formula and the color, but it just reminds me so much of Christmas. It's so glittery, sparkly, metallic. It reminds me of Christmas lights and snow and just everything really pretty about Christmas. So I'm going to be applying this on the center of my lid with my finger just to give me a nice pop, and I think it contrasts off the green really well, but just to kind of blend everything together to make it a little bit more seamless, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible shadow, which is around $7, and I did have to use Fix Plus, which is over $10, but I didn't have any drugstore or affordable setting sprays with me here at school. But you guys could use whatever you want to set your to spray your brush to wet your shadow. You can use the Wet n Wild setting spray, or you can just use some eye drops or water in a spray bottle. Whatever works for you, whatever you have on hand. It's really just a simple step. So I'm going to be applying this where the Dirty Martini meets that middle shade, like you guys see me doing here. Like I said, just to give a little bit more green to the look, and also a little bit more of a seamless blend to kind of blend those lines outside of the I Heart This Super Shock shadow.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.
I just went ahead and popped off camera and applied some fake lashes. These are the Ardell Demi Wispies, and these are like only $5 or $6 at the drugstore. And here I'm just taking Nylon by MAC, which is a $6 single pan shadow, and just applying this underneath my brow bone. Moving on to the face, I'm taking the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer. This is really, really good, you guys. It's a really great alternative for the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and this is only $6. So I'm just taking 2 pumps of this and applying this all over my face just to smooth everything out and to prep it for everything we're going to be putting on top. So around this time of year, I definitely find that my skin gets a little bit more of a red look to it, and also I've been breaking out lately. So I went in to do some color correcting, and this is the Maybelline Corrector Concealer Stick in the green shade. This really hides the redness really well. It has a nice pigment to it, and I just think it's a really awesome product, and this is only $4.99 from the drugstore. So one of my favorite foundations that I wanted to show you guys for under $10 is this Maybelline Superstay Better Skin, but for some reason this one was just squirting all over my shirt and making a mess, so I decided just to go with my trusty Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. The Better Skin is $9.99 and this one is $6.99 or $7.99, so it's a little bit cheaper, and I do just like this one a bit better, and I'm in the shade Classic Ivory in both of the foundations. Going in with some concealer, I'm going in with the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio. This is a great concealer. I'm in the shade Light, and this is only $8.99. This concealer is an exact dupe for MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. You guys know I was obsessed with that concealer for so long, but ever since trying this, I just don't feel the need to rebuy that concealer because this one performs exactly the same, and this color is very similar to NC25 in the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I went ahead and set everything off camera with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder, and this one is only $5.99. And then I went ahead to finish up the eyes. First, on my lower lash line, I'm smudging a little bit of creme brulee mixed with some Tiki Hut under there just to match the browns. And then I'm also going to be taking a mixture of Dirty Martini as well as the green L'Oreal Infallible shade on a smaller pencil brush like I'm doing right here, just to give myself a nice defined line under there and to really bring that green all the way around the eye to kind of tie everything together and make it look nice and festive. I finished up my lower lashes off camera with my Essence 499 Lash Princess Mascara, and now I'm going back to the face and I'm using my Wet n Wild contouring palette again. Again, something else that is $4.99, and I'm just using the darker shade, which is Caramel Toffee, to bronze around the perimeters of my face and add a little bit of color and warmth back into the look. To contour, I'm using the same Wet n Wild contour palette, just in the lighter shade, so I'm using Dulce de Leche, which is the more cool tone powder, just to contour the hollow of my cheeks and to make everything nice and structured. And another Wet n Wild product I'm using is their Color Icon Blush in the shade Rose Champagne, and this is around $4 or $5 as well. I promise that this is not sponsored by Wet n Wild, you guys, but now I'm going to be going in with their Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Golden Flower Crown, which is my favorite highlighter by them. It is so stunning, so bright, so poppin'. I always get compliments when I wear it, and again, it is only $5. And for lips, I definitely wanted to do something festive, but I didn't think a bright red or a traditional Christmas red would look the best with this look, so I decided to go in with more of a rosy terracotta red to kind of keep the green and red theme going but make it a little bit more wearable. So I decided to go in with the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Frickin' Frack, and that is going to complete my festive Christmas glam using only products under $10. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this video and that you're really excited for Christmas. I know that I am. Christmas just makes me so happy and I love doing festive makeup, but like I said, if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave because I would love to have you guys here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.
Chestnut roasting, Jack Frost nipping.